to be here. It's great to be here, and I would like to introduce myself. I am Bill Brennan. I have the high privilege and distinct honor of being the father of the bride. And along with Amelia's mom, Heather, and David's parents, Bob and Lynn Goodliff, we are so happy to see all of you today. I have to say right at the outset, though, that there are people that we are missing today. I think especially of Bob's father, who passed away earlier this year, and Lynn's father, who passed away earlier this year, and Bob's brother-in-law, who passed away just a few weeks ago. But there are others who send their regrets and whose absence is keenly felt by all of us here today. And I got to tell you, I really needed a wedding. if we have all traveled the pandemic road these last 18 months alone or in pods, and it is wonderful to finally be with the people we love. Friends and family, and new friends and new family, and a very happy couple. Amelia. What can I say about Amelia? How much time do you have? She may be the most fun, frolicsome, fearsome personality I have ever met. To be Amelia's parent was, and Heather will confirm, to laugh and laugh and worry and laugh some. There were nights when I stayed awake and, with apologies to Oscar Hammerstein, thought to myself, what do you do with a problem like Amelia? She climbs a tree and scrapes her knee and her dress has got a tear. She waltzes on her way to church and whistles on the stair. A word on her behalf, Amelia makes me laugh. But what do you do with a problem like Amelia? How do you catch a cloud and pin it down? So how do you catch a cloud and pin it down? Well, David figured it out. It involves a can opener for tuna fish. Now, speaking of David, it's been 4 years since I got the call. The one that went, I want you to come to Boston and meet David before he moves to Los Angeles. Well, it was phrased as a request, but it was a command. I knew it, and I knew that you'd been dating David for several months, and I knew that David was tall. I had seen him on the Boston Commons freshman year. Amelia pointed him out to us. That's Coffee Guy from my speech class. But now I knew something else. I knew that he was special and that this was serious. So we made our plans. We were going to go to Boston, make a family vacation of it. Andrew went ahead of us by a few days. And then suddenly, shockingly, life intruded, and Heather could not go. And in a very deep funk, I went by myself. Not the ideal circumstances in which to meet one's daughter's suitor. But to my surprise and relief, we had a wonderful time. We talked David Lynch movies, we ate sushi, we ate Chinese, we went duckpin bowling, and we got to worship together with the fine folks of Fourth Presbyterian in Boston. So, sitting in the back of David's car, I came to realize 3 things. First, he is an excellent driver. If you've ever driven in Boston, you don't know how much that means. And he spent the last 3 years driving this Daisy around Los Angeles, so I really appreciate it. Second, they adored each other. And third, he understood her. He got her humor, he admired her intelligence, he appreciated her tenacity and determination, and was patient with her quirks. And I could not have parted with you, my dear Amelia, for anyone less worthy. And David, it is a truth, universally acknowledged, just ask these people, that there are few men whose society I can tolerate with equanimity. But I believe you may be one of them. So some of you may be having a sense of deja vu tonight. It was 32 years ago this Friday that Heather and I were married at Trinity Presbyterian Church. And we had our reception right here. You know, weddings remind us of certain things. Weddings remind us that although time marches on, and sometimes without us, eventually without us, families endure, and that we should make the most of the time we do have and love one another. And David and Amelia, it is great to be with all of the people who love you. So 32 years ago, at that ceremony, my brother-in-law, Matt, read a poem, and I'd like to read it for you tonight. It is Most Like an Arch, This Marriage by John Ciardi. Most like an arch, an entrance which upholds and shores the stone crush up the air like lace. Mass made idea, and idea held in place. A lock in time, inside half heaven unfolds. Most like an arch, two weaknesses that lean into a strength, two fallings become firm. Two joined abeyances become a term naming the fact that teaches fact to mean. Not quite that, not much less. World as it is, what's strong and separate falters. All I do at piling stone on stone apart from you is ruthless around nothing. Till we kiss, I am no more than upright and unset. It is by falling in and in we make the all-bearing point for one another's sake, in faultless failing, raised by our own weight. And so I hope it will prove for you, David and Amelia, as it has proved for Lynn and Bob, and for your mother and me. May God bless you. And now, some announcements. The bar is temporarily closed. It will reopen, but wine will be offered with your food. There are non-alcoholic beverages yonder, somewhere on the patio. Dinner is next, and after dinner comes the toasts and pie and dancing. So let the feast begin.